Hi, my name is Sam Foreman of 4pack.com, You Can't Take the Boy Out of Brooklyn, and Selective Service.
You don't have enough websites.
I know, I need a third
I'm Mandel Logan of mandelweb.com, and welcome to the first in a series of minute music reviews here on our websites. We're going to try that again.
Yeah?
Because I goofed up.
What did you goof up?
I didn't know where to go with that.
There's nowhere you need to go. We're going to be doing a short series of counterpoints about albums that we both thought we would like and maybe didn't, or maybe thought that we would like and we do.
Yes, okay.
And the great thing is that you'll get to see why Mandel's opinion is wrong and why I'm right.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
And here's how the format is going to work. We're going to present the album. In this first edition, it's the Scissor Sisters Ta-Da, their sophomore release on Universal Motown. And each of us is going to get 1 minute to talk about the album and give our opinion on it. And then afterwards, we'll have a lively, free-form debate.
A friendly, healthy,
lively
for families.
Lively.
More than anything else.
So, as with the Super Bowl, we have to flip a coin here.
Flip a coin?
Okay, now, whoever gets the coin flip will go first. So, heads or tails?
I'll take tails.
Heads! I get the first one on this. Okay. Okay, so the Scissor Sisters Ta-Da is a fantastic follow-up to the debut album. Lots of great tracks on this one, kind of expanding the canon of Scissor Sisters influences. First of all, you got the great single I Don't Feel Like Dancing, which is followed by a 1-2 punch of She's My Man, which kind of is All the Girls Love Alice meets I'm Still Standing meets Hey Papa Legba. And you then have I Can't Decide, which is a Muppetish romp, which takes them in a whole different direction. I mean, all the tracks really work in this album. I think there's only one that really doesn't do it, and that's Ooh. But I highly recommend this one if you're a Scissor Sisters fan, and this should go well to expanding their fan base. Now, if you get a chance, you should also get the bonus disc set, which includes a great song that was co-written by Paul Williams called Almost Sorry. And I gotta say, this one...
Enough! The Scissor Sisters Ta-Da is a fantastic album title, but a fantastic album it does not make. I was a huge fan of their self-titled debut, and what worked for me was a really unique mixture of sort of sweaty, sexy, underground, hardcore New York electroclash and this sort of like pop sensibility from the 70s. On Ta-Da, they have sort of abandoned the electro underpinnings of most of their really great songs and just given us a really healthy dose of 70s pop, which, you know, is nice, but we've moved on from that. It feels to me like they've neutered their songs. The music feels like a retread of something I've heard before. I heard it on the radio, my mom's record collection. It doesn't pave any new ground like their first album did. There are maybe 2 or 3 songs that are worth revisiting, and if you're into disco, you'll be very happy. But I feel it's a real step back from the innovation that their first album gave us. I also think that there's a lot of the unexpected emotional impact.
And now time for the free-form debate.
Yeah.
There is a room for 70s pop, though. 70s pop has its good...
It does, but the thing that irritates me is that they don't offer any change to the mix.
Paul McCartney, it doesn't sound like anything else.
Paul McCartney sounds like they stripped the electro underpinnings of a song from their last album out, and that was it. It is the same kind of song that they wrote for the first album, but without any of the edgy musicianship to it. What was great, what I loved about their debut was that it didn't sound like anything else out there. It took modern club scene and it dipped it with a healthy dose of like late 70s disco and pop, and that was a fantastic combination. But when you strip out the electro, when you strip out the club beats,
but maybe that's not what they were aiming for this. Maybe they were aiming for something that was more akin to like 70s power pop and disco dance pop.
That's fine, but we've heard it before. We've heard it many times before.
But
there's no end of original source. You know, essentially, it's sort of like they're going back and digging up a time capsule. But I've heard it before. I've heard songs.
It's a good time capsule to dig into.
Not really. The songs from that era are generally very superficial.
You have no soul.
I have tons of soul. I have more soul in my pinky than you do in your entire little brown body. I can't believe it.
Oh my God! I have some right here.
Well, you got all the khaki on. What am I supposed to do?
No, come on. Okay, so
no,
okay, there are.
It's
solid pop.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
It's
solid pop.
It's to die for.
There is, thank you, like, what are you, Joel Siegel all of a sudden? This is ridiculous. What bugs me is that by releasing an album of very straightforward pop, like Ta-Da, they have removed the uniqueness of their sound and their act. Well, even on stage, you and I both seen them.
I've seen them on stage,
on
and
both tours.
they did a great live show when I saw, even though it's a bad venue.
You know, the venue doesn't matter. Their live show is still really like sexy and saucy and sweaty and fun, and that's great.
Maybe it's the production.
It's not the production at all.
Because the songs work well in live. They actually have some added edge to them.
The new songs had less edge in.
Oh, come on. Kiss You Off.
Kiss You Off is Call Me ×2. It is the same melody. I'm really
it's not the same melody.
It is absolutely.
It is not.
I wanted to sing Call Me during the chorus because that's exactly what it was.
You have a Debbie Harry fetish, that's why.
There's a difference between a fetish and being inspired. You know, and I don't think that it was a retread. It was being complacent. It was taking something and not doing enough to it to make it your own. And that really drove me nuts because the song that Animatronic sang on Scissor Sisters, which was
Tits on the Radio?
Tits on the Radio, yeah. Yes. It has a ton of its really own unique voice. It's got showing her sass, and Kiss You Off. It's tailor made for her sass.
It's got a good hook,
but it has an okay hook that I've heard before.
It's got a melody.
I've heard it before, and that's my biggest disappointment.
You're a poopy head.
I'm not a poopy head. I am completely clean. I wash my hair every day. There's no poop in it at all. What I'm saying is that I prefer, if an artist is going to be inspired by something, that's fantastic. But I really...
Actually, you're right.
Yeah, I'm saying it's sort of head and shoulders, a little dandruff, I'll give you that, but I'm not poopy.
Proud?
No, but maybe I should go with proud. Okay. I don't know. But what bugs me is that they created this fantastic sound that was... It was their own sound, and I freaking loved it. And for the new album, they abandoned it. I read in interviews that they said they really wanted to have a natural sounding drum, and they wanted to sort of harken back to the music that inspired them as kids.
Yes.
But when they did that, they also neutered their songs. They're not as racy, as fun, as sexy and crazy. They're very...
But is that what they're all about?
That's what they felt like.
But, I mean, it's just the second album out. We don't know what direction they're going in.
I hope it doesn't go down the Muppet Show route.
It's not the Muppet, it's just one song.
Yeah, but it started the album off, and when you're first...
It didn't start the album, it's number 3.
Touché. It's in the very beginning of the album. The first single, I Don't Feel Like Dancing, is just okay. It is not great. Elton John, I gotta say, when they're working on their own, they're better than when they're collaborating.
Oh, you just hate Elton John, that's what it is.
That's a given. But tell me that their work with Kylie Minogue was good. It's not. It's a very average song.
Because it's Kylie Minogue.
But it was them collaborating with someone who is sort of an inspiration to them.
But the Paul Williams, have you heard the Paul Williams song about
Yes, it's awful.
It's not awful.
The only good song in that second disc that are worth listening to is Making Ladies, because that's the closest they ever got to
Transistor is a good song.
Transistor is unlistenably bad.
Oh, come on.
It's unlistenably bad.
Oh.
There's a single song worth listening to on that second disc, and it's Making Ladies, and it's the only one that comes close to capturing the vibe of the first album. And it's frustrating that you listen to a whole lot of crap to get to it.
I'm sorry that you didn't like it. Almost.
Oh, yeah. That's really funny. You're like one of the Barat not jokes. You know, the Barat thing's over. You know, there's a Barat lash going on. High five!
No. Because you have no soul and you're poopy
I have tons of soul, and I'm not poopy. We're going to have to edit the poopy out. This is a little bit No, but I really wanted to like the Scissor Sisters album. I was such a big fan of their first one. You know, seeing them in concert and with their live DVD and stuff, they had this wonderful personality and a real like joie de vivre. That's, you know, it's sexy and fun and goofy.
Belle and Jake are hot.
I'm married and I don't, but they seem like nice guys on tape. What I'm saying is that I really wanted to love it. I was looking forward to it so much, and then when it came out and it was almost pedestrian for what I was expecting. I felt really let down.
Well, I love it. I wanna wrap myself around it like a blanket and cuddle up next to it and sleep myself into a nice dream with it. So
that's great.
One of the best albums of the year.
It's easily a C-, and it hurts me to say that because I love them as a band so much.
Well, it hurts me too. Kind of here.
Yeah.